Welcome back again, and we are here with the last German player turn of this scenario, the Niscemi Biscari Highway. So, wind change for this last turn. And rally phase for the Germans is nothing. And the Americans will lose DM. They have lost their leaders, so they can't do much. I also made a mistake previously that I want to address, and that is that you are not halved when you fire if your prisoners is not more than you are. You're only halved in close combat. But it was still no effect on the shot that guy took. So, off to prep fire phase. What do I want to do now? The little crew is there defending, and I have this turn to take one building. So, what am I to do? Well, it is a mad dash that is required here. So, no shooting, and off to movement we are. Or should I take the 4+2 shot? No, I will not. So, we start out with this guy, and he will assault move for 1. And obviously, these guys become DM, and the crew in there will fire his 4 down 1 shot. We roll that. So, a 2 on the 4 is a K/2, so this guy is dead. He have fired and placed 2 residual firepowers. Okay. So, next up is this guy. And he will go 1.5. And no reaction. 3 to there. And then this guy will take the shot with a 4-1. So that is no effect, but 2 residual firepowers. And then this guy will go to there for 4, where this guy will fire his subsequent. So that is halved and doubled, so it's a 2 down 2. So 6 on the 2 is a pin task check. And he is pinned. Alright. So then we go with this guy for 1, 2, 3, bypass 4 and 6. And when on 6, this guy will take a final protective fire shot with the 2-2. So no effect. One residual there. One residual there. And this guy breaks due to the final protective fire shot. So then we can do something completely different. So these guys will move 1.5, 3, and 4.5. Then we have this guy, and he will go 1, 2, 3, 4, and late CX 5, and make this guy DM. So then, what do we have? We have this guy who will go 1, 2, 3, and 4. This guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This guy will double time. 1, 2, 3, 4, bypass 5 and 6. And this guy will salt move for 1.5. And we have American play turn. American defensive fire phase. And we have this guy who will fire 2 flat on this guy. Covering, so it's a 1 flat, so it's a morale check. And he passes. So that was that for the American defensive fire. Advancing fire. So this guy will take a 2-2 shot to there. No effect. And then we have this guy firing encircling fire with 3-1. No effect whatsoever. But he is encircled. And then we have this guy who will fire 4-1 at this guy. And no effect. So that was the American advancing fire phase. Then we have routes. These guys will surrender. So they are gone. And I will shoot them. And when I do, the prisoners here will actually rearm as a conscript half squad. Then we have this guy will route back to this woods. And then we have advance. So the Germans actually take both buildings here. And they will obviously go into close combat with the guy in that is encircled. So there we are. And we have close combat where the German have the red die with the +1 because he lacks conscript. So no ambush and 1-1 for the Germans. And the other guy may withdraw, but he does not want that. So the American attacks back 1-1. And the Germans are also good. So they are in melee. And at this point, the Americans see that the better part of valor at this point is actually to surrender because they have no chance of taking back one of the buildings. So this is the end of the scenario with a German win on the very last turn. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in a new scenario sometime short.